each game. So, Mike, let's go to the next slide, and we can kind of show off a little bit. So this is there we go. So this is our new starting lineup screen. This is theme 1. This is the one that's kind of more designed around that kind of national broadcast style, or maybe a big market team. You can see there's kind of a 3D aspect to it. And we'll go to the next one. You'll see is a little bit different. This one's kind of meant to be a little bit in between. So this one does have some 3D, but it's definitely a different look. You can see a lot more like white kind of border around everything, a little bit of flatter color. And then we can go to theme 3. And then theme 3 is a little bit more 2D, a little more flat. So they were all kind of inspired by different packages that we see real teams using. And we took, our artists kind of took what we saw in some of those other packages, obviously made it our own, and worked those in. So we're excited to kind of have every game, looking a little bit different. As you play through a season, you're going to be seeing different OSDs and different art at each game. So that's the 3 broadcast packages. You'll see a lot of those in the games as you play too. So we'll go back to the list here, Matt.
Santa Maria.
Santa Maria.
Yeah, those broadcast packages do a great job of keeping the game fresh. You're not seeing the same thing every game, so
yeah, absolutely.
You guys should appreciate that.
Next on the list, cinematic Road to the Show presentations. I think a lot of you have seen those already. We did the first stream.
First stream was Road to the Show focus.
Yeah, so if you want to go see those again, definitely go check out that first stream. But we're doing a lot more cinematic type stuff for Road to the Show for big moments, and we're excited about that and excited about the future of that as well. Expand on player and crowd emotion systems. So we definitely, we started getting some emotion stuff in the game last year in terms of players reacting to big moments in a game. We definitely expanded on that some this year, and not only that, but we also got a lot of stuff that's personalized to specific teams or specific players, what they actually do. I think some of you have probably seen some of that, a little teaser of that in some of the other videos that have come out. But we're going to take this time to show you a video that we put together of some of that stuff happening live in the game. So here's a little video for you.
Hit it.
Buster Posey comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
You're grooving, huh? Feeling it. It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
Video is on its way.
Any moment.
It's coming. There it is.
There you go.
Hey, hey. Oh!
The light.
Oh!
Stir the pot. Look at some new home run celebrations. Get some!
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run.
Animated object there.
It's a solo home run
tap.
to bat
That was in
Carlos
detail.
Gomez. And the Astros take a 1-0
Hit
lead.
home runs. Hitting on the bases. Doing those with the signature looks.
A lot of new crowd signs this year.
Yeah, a bunch of new crowd signs. The new scoreboard, or the new OSD there for all home runs will be showing all of the home run distances for every home run. I know that's a pretty
So
widely
it's a
requested
solo
feature.
home run to lead off the bottom of the first. As they get on the board, it's 4-1
Here it
now.
comes.
Aegon coming in the home plate.
And again, this is a
Going
work in
wild.
progress. We also threw this video together today. It's not using finished lighting. It's not using finished anything. It's a video with to show off the animation.
Wait for it.
Oh!
Selfie.
You also don't pay too much attention to the sound. These were just forced so we can get some examples for you guys. It's not the final that you'll be hearing when you're actually playing the game.
Here comes Harper. New crowd sign there, I believe.
Yes, sir. Give him some love.
So we have a whole bunch of these, a whole bunch of players. Here comes McCutcheon. a whole bunch of players. You're going to be seeing these, as they hit home runs, and we definitely have some team-specific stuff as well. You're going to see in a minute.
The handoff.
Double handshake or handoff.
There it is. Tip of that cap.
Tip of the cap.
That's to his wife and family.
Lots of swag. Is that what that's for?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You can see the Matt helmet there. Something new.
Going into some post-game celebrations here, outfield celebrations.
A whole bunch of these.
Team-specific
see
stuff.
these as soon as they win a game. We have a lot of fun mocapping these and researching these.
This is my favorite one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Lean
Dust
back.
the shoulders off. Just to add some personality to the game, and obviously, always trying to expand on this kind of stuff. But we definitely got a lot of it in there. It's just a few highlights of it. So hopefully, keep an eye out for all of those, and hopefully you enjoy them, and continue to expand on those as we go.
All right, what's next on the list, Kurt?
Next on the list, we said greater emphasis on presenting and commenting on events from around the league. So inside the show was the radio show and that we did last year, and we definitely expanded on that this year, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. So we're talking about that a lot. And then in terms of the commentary in game, we really tried to focus a lot on how things are going around the league in terms of like stats, how guys are progressing, what's been going on, how guys been hitting, how guys been pitching throughout the season. So that kind of stuff is really dynamic this year. We're going to get into more of that as we get into the commentary side of things of the stream, but the league really evolves, and the commentary will evolve with the league. In games. So that's something that we're really excited about, and it's new, in the sense that we've added tons of new parameters, new lines that are looking at those types of things, and we're able to comment a lot more on those. Hybrid presentation mode. This is something that I think a lot of people have been wanting to know about, so we'll address it right now, and we'll talk about kind of the idea behind it. So we've had fast play and we've had broadcast, and fast play is just your way of getting through games. You don't see presentations really at all. You see a little bit maybe just about our walk-ups and stuff, but it was really bare bones. Broadcast was like the full presentation. You see every little camera cut and everything in between pitches and whatnot. Hybrid, the motivation behind that was really to give you that broadcast feel, but trim it down and really show you the things that we feel are the most important, the things that are going to be impactful, both from a commentary standpoint and visually. So you'll see, like, plays will end now, and you might just jump right into the next batter because it was just maybe a routine ground out, and we don't need to show a replay of a routine ground out. But if it was something significant about that ground out, a great play, or situationally something happened that's really worth commenting on or presenting or showing a replay of, that's when that'll kick in. So hybrid mode is just kind of that middle ground, and that will be our default presentation setting. So that's something we're excited about, and I think it's going to get you through those games quicker, but not strip away all of the information and all the visuals that we work real hard on. Okay, next on the list we got redesigned format for Inside the Show. So Inside the Show was a really cool feature last year. We were really proud of it, and it was something that hopefully you all enjoyed as well. One thing we wanted to improve about it, though, was to kind of quicken it up a little bit, get it more to the point. Instead of kind of following the same format for every single game recap, we wanted to kind of get the information to you as soon as possible. I wanted to tell you who was the big player in that game, who was the offensive guy that led the charge, or that kind of thing, or the winning pitcher. So that now is going to be at the beginning of each game recap. It's going to be what's important. Did the team have 15 hits? Cool. Then we're going to tell you that right out of the gate. That gets you through the whole show a lot quicker, but you don't really lose out on the content. You don't lose any information that you needed to have about that game. So it'll get through those game recaps a lot quicker. Of course, we'll still have the news about trades and injuries and waiver claims and all that kind of stuff. But the bare bones of the show the meat of it, meat and potatoes, the scores and the most important players. We're going to get through it a lot quicker.
Looks
and
looks like these guys want to hear it. Should we
Want to hear it?
we're going to
Should we play it?
Yeah,
We're going to kick off. And remember, the kickoff
can show it right
inside
now.
the show,
Yeah.
enroll to the show when you're at the major league level and in franchise or season mode. Just make sure you sim the entire day then the kickoff. I know a lot of people didn't even know the feature was there. But you just want to sim through the entire day and it'll automatically kick off.
Yep.
Like
Advance
Kirby's
the
about
day.
to show you
Do
right
you have-
now.
do you have
I
clear
think
one?
you got one, the blue one.
Yep. Okay. So we'll sim through this day here.
Yep, little mid-May.
You can, by the way,
happens.
in case you didn't know, you can see on the bottom there. If you hit triangle, it'll sim through the day, and that'll kick off the show. You can also hit once the game's been played, you can just hit next advanced day on this screen, and it'll advance to that next day. So here we go. Fast forward, and here it comes. I'll go to the screen.
Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Starting out west in the American League, the Dodgers totaled 11 hits as a team as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County, 4-1. The Chicago White Sox launched 3 home runs as they got the home victory against the Astros, 6-3. James Paxton grabbed win number 6 on the year as the Mariners took down the Orioles 2-0. He is among the AL leaders in wins. Martin Perez allowed only 1 earned run pitching into the 9th inning as Texas got the victory over Oakland 5-1. In other athletics news, first baseman Matt McBride has been waived by the organization. The Toronto Blue Jays put together 10 hits total as they beat the visiting Rays 2-1. The Minnesota Twins had 12 hits as a team as they cruised to the win against the Tigers 8-1. Clay Buchholz finished the complete game in his win, leading the Red Sox over Kansas City 6-1. In other Royals news, starting pitcher Jason Vargas has been recalled from the major leagues from AAA. The Nationals pitched well, allowing 3 hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 3-0. The Miami Marlins earned the 3-game series sweep as they took the win in extra innings over the Phillies 8-7. Ryan Matthias collected win number 2 on the year as Cincinnati took care of the Indians 3-2. The Chicago Cubs knocked out 12 hits as a team as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 8-4. The Pirates swung it well with 15 hits in this one as they pulverized the Braves 10-2. The Colorado Rockies got 12 hits in this one as they beat the Cardinals on the road 2-1. The Arizona Diamondbacks brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Yankees 5-2. The San Francisco Giants smacked 15 team hits as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 6-1. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, that same radio show, that same segment last year probably would have taken about twice as long, and it's not a huge change in terms of what you're hearing, but it's getting through it a lot quicker, and I think you'll notice that the more you get through it. We also added a few new topics that we're going to talk about in the show, as far as you'll be hearing about. You heard one, I think, but if a team sweeps or gets swept, you'll hear about that. You'll also hear about winning streaks. If they broke a losing streak, you'll hear about that kind of thing. There's a whole bunch of new topics that got added. A lot of new lines re-recorded and redone. So nice little step forward for inside the show.
Can you make us smaller, Matt, so people can read
Yeah,
the
we gotta
rest
get
of the
that
stuff?
list there.
It's gonna be hard. All right. We'll move around. So just read, and I'll move as you're reading.
Sounds good. All right. So one last thing that's not on that presentation list there that we want to show and talk about real quick is we have what we're calling aerials, and what they are essentially is they're going to be like aerial shots or shots of the city that are of when we're coming back from commercial, and they're they're just like really beautiful cinematic shots of the different cities. So kind of give you a little bit of taste of where you're playing and the city that So a lot of you guys will probably recognize some of the places that we show in the aerials, and some people may not. They're just kind of a cool new broadcast thing that you see. Of course, you see national and regional broadcasts do this kind of stuff all the time. So we wanted to work that into our presentation package. So we'll roll that.
Yeah, we have a few of those for you guys.
Roll that right now. Just a couple
Roll that
examples.
footage. Roll the footage.
Aerials.
Ready to go for the top of the third here at AT&T as we get a glimpse of the legendary cable cars here in San Francisco.
Classic cable cars in San Fran.
Springer.
Gotta love the natural beauty of Denver's surrounding areas, and we thank you for joining us for Matinee Baseball on the show today. A nice daytime shot there from one of the many marinas here in Toronto as we're set to go in the third inning of this one.
Well, we didn't want to give them all away, right?
Yeah. So we have day and night for all the cities, and yeah, so definitely something that's kind of cool, and just maybe learn something about a city you didn't know much about, or see your favorite landmark in your favorite city. So, anyways, that was some quick thing we wanted to show. So I think now we'll jump in. We'll start talking a little bit more about the commentary side of things. Those were some of the big presentation items.
Next slide.
Beyond that, we also definitely had, so we have new intros and a bunch of new things you'll notice. But those are kind of the key points there.
Maybe jump back one.
Yeah, we'll go back. Start at the bottom of that page.
You can take us off, Matt.
All right, so I'm going to get into the commentary improvements here. So one thing we really wanted to do was add a lot more commentary that was dynamic throughout a game and throughout a season. We didn't want you to be hearing kind of the same things every single game. Now, yes, of course you're going to hear lines that repeat, from time to time. But what we wanted to do was design certain areas of our commentary that you can expect to be different every single game. So one of the areas we did that is all of the kind of the intro areas, where such as like starting lineups, defensive alignment, starting pitcher introductions.
Areas that were all void of any sort of dynamic responses. It was just, let's take a look at the lineups. You flash you the lineups, and that's all you got. Now it's going to be pretty cool. You're going to get something different based upon the time of the season, what your team's doing, what a certain guy is doing. It can say something positive, something negative. We can go into what you've done in the series, what you've done over the last 10 ball games, the last month, what you've been doing in the season, and even what you did last season. So when you complete a year now in franchise and you go into the next year, it's going to know what you did last year, and it's going to talk about it. It's going to provide you dynamic feedback based upon what the guys on your team are currently doing and what they've been doing.
Say what?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and it's another thing that's cool is kind of because we did that kind of stuff mostly at the beginning of the game, or at least with the lineups and the defensive alignment, providing analysis of those areas. It kind of sets up a little bit of a storyline for that game. Kind of hey, wow, this guy's struggling. Okay, well, let's see if that continues in this game. So it gives you something to kind of look out for and see if it holds true throughout the game you're about to play. So we have a video we're going to show you of some examples.
Just one example of each, just a little bit of a teaser.
Yeah.
And you guys will of course see more as we play the game. So.
To deliver the 1-2. Got him swinging in the dirt. Suzuki has it. And the throw is made to record.
I also noticed that we completely did the drop third strikes.
With a moment now, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, Josh Donaldson is an MVP-type player because of his offense. But his defense is just as superb. He makes great plays, very athletic. Some of the things he does on a baseball field, you just can't imagine. I can't wait to watch him.
I guess not.
So a two-out single there as we check out the teams with the highest batting averages here in the first month of the season.
Well, it's business as usual for them. They lead the National League in that department, and when 1 through 9 in your lineup can pretty much all hit for average, you're going to have a chance to win a bunch of games.
Hisashi Iwakuma, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's got a pretty good strikeout to walk ratio, 3-to-1. We'll see if that holds true in this one.
And he takes it for the first out. And here's a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Steve, what are they going to have to do to force a rubber match in this series?
Well, when you look at the pitchers in this one, you're expecting a pretty good duel out of them. So you're going to have to try to work counts a little bit better, get that pitch count up, and hopefully get into the bullpen early. A couple of runs early might be all it takes.
All right, so again, that just kind of gives you an example of kind of how everything's going to be different when you're watching those types of presentations. They're worth watching. You're going to see and kind of hear the trends of each team and different players, how they're doing, where they rank in terms of stats. A lot of it's stat driven. In fact, most of it's stat driven. Some of it's player specific and talking about who the key players are on a team. As far as starting pitchers, we talk about what their repertoires are, where they're from, how they're doing, what they've done in their career, what they did last year, this year, over the last couple of starts.
Strikeout rates.
All kinds of different stat stuff for players. We're talking about slugging percentage, batting average, the whole gamut of stats in terms of hitting. So you can expect to see a lot of variety in those areas. So we're really excited about that, and that sets us up for even more, going forward in that kind of area. Next area we're going to talk about is greater variety conversation commentary, and we really, really want to get our commentators, going back and forth, having conversations. So the first things we did was we really focused on, hey, let's tell more stories about players. Let's get a little bit more like in depth into what the history of these players. I mean, baseball is the kind of sport that you hear announcers all the time. They're kind of filling that space in between important plays where they're giving you information about a team or about a player that you may not have known. The kind of the media guide stuff. Those guys do an incredible amount of research before they call games, and in order to give the listeners, the fans, something really interesting to pay attention to aside from the game. So we took some steps towards doing a lot more of that this year, and of course we want to continue to do more of it, but we're going to show you an example of that right now, the conversation about...
Before we get into that, we want to talk about something technical that we did this year.
Oh yeah, yes, absolutely.
Before this season, it's something that you've... Matt, can you pause that for a sec? Or just let it run, we can go back to it.
Pause what? It's not playing.
Okay.
Oh, so we're still on. Okay. Up to this point, MLB The Show hasn't had a way for the commentators to have any sort of memory. They don't, besides one line. It could look back a line ago and that was it. And we really looked at our system this year and said, what can we do so these guys know what they said earlier in the game? They can bounce ideas off of that. So we created a whole new system for threading, which allows each commentator to have their own memory, essentially. They'll know what they've been saying. And we're only scratching the surface. We spent really most of the year getting the system in place. So we don't have as much content for it as we like. We do have some great player conversations here. But the potential for this system in the future is really amazing. I mean, we can start a story in the beginning of the ball game. We can come back to the story in the middle of the ball game. We can finish it at the end. Yeah. We can do that across a whole game, across an inning, across an at-bat. And it's going to be up to us to really flesh out all the content. But here's a cool example of one way that we use that this year.
And what you'll notice is the play-by-play in this conversation is able to come in, call the pitch, call the play, and then come back to the conversation. And that's really what Mike's referring to in terms of all that memory. It's like the memory of, okay, what were we just talking about? Okay, let's go back to it.
Roll it.
Here we go.
Cobb gets the sign. First pitch on the way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Here's a Tulowitzki stat to show you just how ready he was to become a pro. After being drafted 7th overall by the Rockies, he played only 129 minor league games before getting called up to the big leagues. And this one misses to Tulowitzki. It's a ball and a strike. Coming up through college and the minors, a lot of scouts joke that Tulowitzki came out of the womb as a shortstop.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far, but he is about as polished as they come. Kind of like another player that wore number 2, Derek Jeter. In fact, that's exactly why Tulo wears that number in honor of the captain.
Good change of speeds, but he lays off 2-1. So speaking of great shortstops in history, Tulo is one of only 6 to accumulate 4 or more seasons of 25-plus home runs. He's in good company. Cal Ripken, Alex Rodriguez, Ernie Banks, Miguel Tejada, and Nomar Garcia-Parra. Pretty amazing company indeed. Here's a looping fly ball out to right, and that's in there. Base hit. And the screen shows the story right there, as that hitting streak will live to see another day.
Boy, I'll tell you what, this is really amazing, and everybody's looking at this now. It gets harder and harder to do when people are paying attention.
All right, there you go. So you're going to be hearing that kind of stuff throughout a game with all kinds of different players. We recorded a ton of stories, and not just one story per player. I mean, we had to focus on certain players, of course, but we made an emphasis to not just have it be the same story every time you hear for the same player.
And to keep it from getting too repetitive. I mean, that story you heard, you hear that too many times, you're going to get over it pretty quickly. So we've taken some steps using some random number functions to prevent this stuff from getting old. So you're not going to hear the same story every game. You may hear 2 different guys in one game and 2 different guys in the other. So yeah, we think you guys will like that.
A ton of work went into just the ability to make all that happen, and then it really opens the door for us. And we did a ton of content this year, and it really opens the door for us to have conversations about all kinds of stuff and talk about cities and stadiums, all kinds of stuff as we go along, and we're able to really expand on this technology. So we're really excited about how far that's come this year.
Definitely.
All right. Moving forward, so this one,
very technical.
it's a very technical term. I'm not even going to read it.
What in the world is utilize the hard drive data block even mean?
In past versions of the show, we haven't had all of the data that you would find in the front end, or basically not in-game, in the menus. You haven't had all that. We haven't had all that data in the game. So we couldn't really reference a lot of the stats and a lot of transactions or different types of things that are happening, away from the game. This year, we have the ability to look at that stuff. We're able to reference all the stats and not just the players that are in the current game, but around the league, and looking a lot more at leaderboards and all that type of stuff. So. This allows us to have content that, again, is really dynamic, and we've taken big steps towards really stat-driven, news-driven commentary.
Baseball commentary, the kind of stuff that you want to know about what's going on and what's up with these players. So that technology is really opening the door for us. Should we play some walk-up replies? Show off a little bit?
Let's do that. Let's do some walk-up replies.
So not only do we re-record and record 500 something new batter walk-ups. I think we got like 1,300 plus walk-up replies that are almost all stat-driven or all situational-driven. Mm-hmm. And so here's a little teaser of some of those that you guys can expect to hear.
Anthony Rendon will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Well, Matty just continues this string of his last 10 games where he's hitting over 300. He has those really nice games mixed in there.
And Martin Prado will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest.
Well, this guy's hitting over 300 on the year now, and he had a good performance yesterday as well.
Troy Tulowitzki will stand in now, and you can see his numbers there on your screen. Currently 5th in the AL in home runs.
And if the power is there, this is when you expect to see it. He's right in the prime of his career and having a big year.
Franklin Gutierrez will stand in, hoping to turn things around from the loss last night. He was 0 for 4 in that ball game.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
Stepping up now, Brad Brown. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, strikeout last time, and it's been a tough series for him so far. Let's see if we can make a little bit of an adjustment here in this at-bat.
Josh Donaldson will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
So there you go. You got a whole bunch of different variety there in terms of, you know, guys doing well, guys doing poorly, last game, last month, all that kind of stuff. So it's you know, very dynamic, very, you know, interesting. And you saw Donaldson was having a pretty good season, but at that point in the season, he was really struggling over the last couple of games. That's exactly the kind of thing that you're gonna be hearing from a real announcer, you know, when you're watching a broadcast. Like, yeah, okay, he's been doing well this year, but he's struggling lately. They're trying to figure out what's wrong with him, that kind of stuff. So, you know, that kind of stuff, you're really going to hear a lot of that as you progress through your seasons and franchise season, road to the show, all that kind of stuff. And we're really excited about that. Let's see, redesigned
hit calls.
Redesigned hit calls. So, do you want to talk about that
sure.
a little bit?
You know what we wanted to move away from were these really long-winded hit calls that just said too much. You know, it's like, here's a changeup outside and that ball's driven to right field and this one could get down in the gap for extra bases. You know, more of that. We wanted to get away from that. We wanted to make them short and sweet, and a big reason to that is because when they're short and sweet, you get to hear about the rest of the play. What's been happening, you know, in previous versions is we have such long hit calls that you miss all the action in between. So we took almost every hit call and edited it down to the important piece. Where was the ball hit? How hard was it hit, basically? Let Matt call the rest of it after the fact. Let's hear about the play. And, you know, hundreds of hit calls, choppers, fly balls, ground balls, bunts, broken bats. Every single aspect has been touched on, home runs. So yeah, we think you guys will like that, and you'll see more of that as we play the game. I don't think we have a little teaser of that for them, but that's something that should be immediately noticeable.
Yeah, at the end of going through this list, guys, we're gonna show a franchise game, and we're gonna let it kind of just breathe. We'll comment on things as the game plays out, but we want you guys to just really be able to experience the game, let the CPUs play, you know, the computer play, and you know, kind of experience, you know, everything that we've put together, and we'll point out things as it goes, but you guys will get to see more of that as we go. All that stuff, you know, like you said, thousands and thousands of rewritten, re-recorded mat lines, and with you know, a lot more emphasis on, you know, being excited when he needs to be excited, and subdued when it makes sense to be subdued.
Should we jump to the player-specific stuff? Kind of touched on the walk-ups already.
Sure, sure, yeah, we already got the walk-up content.
You know, one of the requests that you guys have been making for a long time is you want to hear the player names more often in the middle of the play. You know, less of the "and he's got it" and more of the "and Trout makes the play." So we really focused on that this year, and we'll get into some Apex event stuff where we really use that a lot. But I think we should touch on the great stop content, and you know, all the main players, the starters in the league now have, well, I shouldn't say all, but most of them have player-specific fielded ball lines, great stop lines, and you know, let's tease them with the great stops, Matt, so we can show it off a little bit instead of just showing the slide.
First pitch coming, here it is. Ripped down the line. Oh, look at Solarte. It's there, he got him.
No way. That was awesome.
So a few things going on there. I'll wait till the end to talk about it.
Right side, hit hard. Dozier with a great stop. Got him.
Wow, made it look easy.
Right, especially starting off an at-bat.
Hit hard down the line. Oh, look at Beltre. He's up with it. The throw in time.
Oh, what a play. Wow, why is this fella a gold glover? You're just not going to see too many plays that are better than that one right there. Well, I was ducking out of the way of that ball, and I'm up in the press box here in the second level.
So some cool stuff there. First of all, you'll notice the shorter hit calls. They allow us to hear about the catch without it being you know, egregiously late. In the past, the hit call line would have still been going as the ball was getting to first base. There was no time to hear about the catch. So, you know, putting that in there I think is going to make a big difference. It makes it sound more realistic. It makes Matt more excited, which is something that we really tried to focus on this year. Because we love, you know, Matt's a great announcer. It's trying to get the excitement out of him in the studio while we're recording.
Because people don't remember, he's sitting in a booth looking at a
Exactly.
white.
Right, he's looking at
He's in
hundreds
a
of pages
little
of
room.
text,
Yeah.
and he's trying to, and we have to, you know, come up with a mate to force organic excitement out of him. And
And Matt's awesome. We love him. He's not going anywhere.
No.
He's not going anywhere.
yeah,
That's right.
and you know what? I don't think you guys will want him to necessarily after hearing all the improvements, and so, you know, give it a shot. We think he's great, and you know, it's vastly improved.
All right, what's next, Kurt?
One more thing I want to mention about that video. You probably heard, you probably noticed like Steve Lyons and Eric coming in after the play.
Yep.
They're coming in, and what we did a little bit this year is tried to get that kind of organic reaction from them. You'll hear that every once in a while on a real broadcast. You hear the color guy just kind of be surprised, like, oh man, or like, that ball was crushed, or what a great play that was. And they kind of say things almost like they're stepping over the play-by-play guy because they're excited about what they just saw. We worked that into a few areas in the game this year. So you heard Steve there where he's just like, oh man, you know, like that was great. That's not, you know, that's something that's coming off of that play. That, you know, that's not something that's tied to a presentation or anything like that. That's, you know, that's coming off of a great play, and, you know, wanted to get that feeling out of them.
And you'll get those in other situations.
Yeah.
So yeah, look out for them.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Where were we? We're going to go into 5-ball apex. So this is kind of a technical term for us, is what we called it internally, was kind of the apex content. But essentially what we wanted to do is on fly balls, we wanted to create a lot more anticipation about what's happening in the play. So not only are we wanting Matt to describe the play better, but we want to kind of provide that anticipation of like, guy, hey, he's going back, he's tracking after it, or he's moving to his left, or he's on the run, that kind of stuff. We really wanted to get that content in there. Before, we'd always have the kind of a hit call, so it'd be like, fly ball to right field, crickets, 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 and he's there and he makes the catch. And we didn't really have that, like, that great kind of building of the play as it's unfolding. So we worked on that a lot this year, and we got a little video to show off some of the examples of that.
Roll the footage.
The 1-0 delivery. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Ellsbury on the move, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
So that Ellsbury on the move line is what we're talking about, and you'll see it in play in this next at bat.
Is in to take his first swings here with the
how it
runner still
differs
at
based
first
upon
and
the
one
side.
away.
Well, too bad that last guy couldn't advance the man into scoring position, so now it's probably going to take a gapper to get him home.
Fly ball heading for the alley. After it is Ellsbury. He's not going to have a play on it, and this might bring home the runner from first. Now the relay home. Tag there by McCann. They got him at the plate.
I think here it is on a home run.
Now that ball is smoked. Carrying to deep left. Gardner going back at the track. The wall. And it's out of here. Back-to-back two-out home runs.
Back-to-back home run content in play-by-play. That's new.
Into the windup and the pitch. Oh, and he belts one high and deep to right center. Upton going back, still ranging back. A leap at the wall, but forget it, it's gone. A home run. Well hit, deep right center field. Upton sprinting after it. Leaps and he makes the catch. He took away a home run. Wow.
Check out Kemp in the replay,
This
too.
is just highway robbery out there in center field. He's got a long way to go just to get to this thing. But look at the
Oh, he loves it.
concentration as he goes up and over
New
the wall
Padres
to take
jerseys.
away what would have been a home run.
So that's just a taste.
Yeah, so you're going to hear, and it's everything from the routine, you know, oh, so-and-so's under it, or so-and-so's calling for it, two away, to the one where it's the shot into the gap, and the guy's sprinting after it, and then he makes a nice running catch, and and Matt gets a lot more excited about it. So you get the full variety of it all. You also saw a nice little sneak peek there of some of the reactions we have that are happening. AI is reacting to like a great play. You saw Matt Kemp there throw his arms up because Upton made a great catch at the wall. So that was just a little.
And we have hundreds of the player-specific Apex lines, but then we also have stitch versions. So your RTTS guy, or players that just weren't as big or they're coming up later. They're covered too. They won't sound quite as smooth, but some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully that provides, like I said, a little bit more kind of anticipation, a little more excitement to those fly balls into the gap and as they unfold. Let's see. Redesign play-by-play field ground balls. That's kind of what we just touched on with the great stops, but we also have a lot more routine plays where we're talking ground ball to short. Simmons has got it, and he throws on to first. We're kind of announcing the player that makes the play, announcing what kind of catch he makes, a backhand catch. He ranges to his left, ranges to his right. It's very similar to the Apex event, but really for ground balls. It's calling out the guy that's making the play and what he's doing, how he's fielding it, and again, all of that's possible because of the way that we kind of redesigned our hit calls, allowed for a lot more play-by-play to be happening as the play unfolds on time. Hope you notice that and enjoy that. Let's see.
Fan that dude.
Strikeout calls, pitch setups, hit calls. We recorded how many new lines this year total?
I think over 15,000, just play-by-play alone, I think it's just shy of 15,000, so over 14,000 play-by-play and color lines alone for the show 16.
Ramon mentioned that we love Matt. We love working with Matt. He's a great play-by-play guy, and he I think a lot of people really appreciate what he does on TV, and he's been with us for a long time. But admittedly, he's been with us for a very long time. So we have a lot of content from him from years and years and years. And this year we really, really, really focused on, we got to re-record these. Even if they're routine stuff, we got to re-record these, redo them, rewrite them, and get fresh content in there.
And not only do we do that, but we also yanked a lot of repeat offenders, lines that guys, we're all sick of. How important is it for us to throw that curveball for strikes?
Yeah, that one maybe, or other ones.
Don't think you'll be seeing that one anymore.
Yeah, telemetry tracking works in commentary too.
And we're actually getting more technology this year. That we're going to be able to track even more, like how many times each line plays. So going forward, we're going to have even more abilities to look and say, like, oh, wow, this line's playing a lot. How do we limit it more? How do we record it, add more variety, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to continue to get better and better. But we're excited about all the new content with Matt that we got, of course, in addition to Steve and Eric as well. Let's see, improved post-pitch analysis. Thousands and thousands of new color lines, both post-pitch and post-play. Most of it was emphasized on being stat-driven or story-based driven. We had a lot of content that was talking about, every specific situation in baseball, but we really wanted stuff to be dynamic, as we talked about. So that was really our focus there. Go to the next slide there, Matt.
We got 1 minute. Yeah.
Almost there. Almost to.
So we'll just let this one cook, and 2:49. So the key word, the key word of the day.
Get ready for it.
Get ready for it.
Almost there.
Remember, you just want to type it in once, not twice, not 3 times. There's the rules. The key word, no caps, one word, Matty V. M-A-T-T-Y-V.
V as in Vescursion.
V as in Vescursion. M as in Mary, A as in Adam, T as in Tom, T as in Tom, Y as in Young, V as in Victor.
Yeah, it looks like you guys are all figuring it out.
Yeah. And the chat goes nuts.
Yep, there they are, streaming
So
in.
you have 10 minutes to type in the keyword to be automatically entered into the sweepstakes.
What are we giving away?
2 digital deluxe copies of the game. PlayStation 4. We're giving away 6 packs of 10 card packs. It's pretty dope. And we're giving away a few pretty large, substantial size Stubbs vouchers. Awesome. 10 prizes in total. Give them away at every stream at 3 o'clock. Keywords given away at 2:50.
Got about 10 minutes, huh?
They got 10 minutes. So
right.
let's go back and run down these last couple
Slice
features
right here.
before we jump into a game.
Sure. All right, so we kind of already touched on this a little bit throughout the other topics, but really that emphasis on more realistic play-by-play timing. Mike's been doing a lot of the implementation in our tools in terms of the play-by-play, and you want to talk a little bit about how we've used delays and all that kind of stuff?
We essentially have delay options available to us for different time amounts, and one of the things you realize when you play the game is in real life the call isn't made right off the bat, right? You wait and see where the ball is going. It's pretty close, but in our game what was happening is we were making the call as the ball was contacting the bat. How would Matt know where the ball was going so quickly? So we use variable delays, which are essentially a time range, and the delay can be anywhere in that range randomly, and that gives us a more organic feel to our play-by-play.
And then also we're able to have kind of lifetimes for things. So if a line is carrying on past something happening, we can actually cancel out something that has already registered but now is too late to be said. So then we move on to the next part. So we're not hopefully having too many things queued up, waiting to be said. There will be some stuff that comes a little bit after, but those are the things you really want to hear, regardless of whether it was right on time or not. So a lot of emphasis on that. Mike's done an amazing job massaging our tools and really changing the way our play-by-play works. It's not something. Hopefully it's something that you guys just don't even notice because it's something it just feels right. It should feel right. It's kind of like an umpire. Like you shouldn't notice they're there because they're doing
Santa Maria is in. It will always be in. That's
like his signature line.
That is Matt's signature line.
It's in more than this year than ever before. Matt enjoys saying Santa Maria when appropriate.
Right. Yeah. We're not going to be saying it on routine plays, but
he'll give us a couple every year. He'll give us a couple of them.
Anything else you want to touch on before we jump in?
Organic reactions from colors. We touched on that already. Umpire personalities.
We have a video for that.
Yeah,
so
video.
Show a little video. We have new umpire personalities this year. 20 umpire personalities, and the commentary will actually touch on those.
Give you a little bit of hint about what their tendency is
without giving up too much information.
Yeah.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Woody Keller.
Well, Matt, Woody calls a good game. Although he has been known to get a little flack from time to time about his consistency, especially on the corners of the strike zone. We'll see if that comes into play.
Called strike, and he's behind.
All right. Just learned a little something about.
Learned a little bit of nugget
Woody
about
Keller.
Yeah, Woody Keller.
About Woody Keller. You get that umpire presentation every game. It's really quick. Doesn't always happen at the same time, and we're doing that so you get used to seeing who the home plate umpires are, so you can start matching names with personalities.
Yeah, and just kind of give a little bit of personality. You see that in real broadcasts all the time. They talk about guys. I'm sure most of you are probably big baseball fans. Some aren't, but you guys know some umpire names out there in real MLB, and so we kind of wanted to simulate that in our game, and we had some fun with it too. Some of the lines are a little goofy, but we had some fun with them. So just a little tidbit of something that we had some fun with.
Yeah.
It's game time.
Yeah, let's get into a game.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's watch this game unfold. Again, we're not going to play this game. We're going to comment on it as it goes, but we're going to let it breathe. We're going to let it play out its natural pace, and let you guys enjoy. So we've got a game here between the Dodgers and the Angels queued up. Some of you guys will like that. Some of you won't, but that's what we're going to do. So we got Richards versus Ryu. And we'll jump on in here. And Angel Stadium. Oh, one thing is, I don't know if it's been touched on, but cloud cover, as far as that was something that wasn't always being set correctly. That is being set. Want to do clear? Yeah, we'll do clear. Yeah, okay. Well, actually, we'll do partly cloud? No? All right, we're doing clear. You can see here, hybrid mode is set as well, so you get a taste of what that's going to feel like. So here we go.
It's like magic.
same IR spin.
Cycle through some of this stuff. This is in a season, so you can cycle through.
Did we say we would do the Yankees?
Maybe. I don't remember.
Ramon's going to turn off our debug text here. So.
All the widgets. How we
MLB The
make
Show's
the
coverage of
game.
Thursday Night Baseball brings us to
A month in time will be available in an exhibition game, but we're in a franchise mode, so a month in time are set for
between the
us.
LA Dodgers and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
This is a new
Angels
intro.
baseball
Look at
comes
the rocks,
your
yo,
way
and
next.
shadows. Patrick did a lot of work on ambient indirect light in the last 2 days.
Garrett
I can't
Richards,
believe he
the
did all that stuff.
California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, EK?
Yeah, Matty, he's had a number of starts. Finally won his
Did I
first game in his
scout him?
last
Did I
outing.
promise
He'll be
you
looking to
those
add to that
things?
total
I
here.
don't know.
Kind of cool though. You heard about Richard's first win in his last start, and we're
Here's
we're in the
Carl
mid-May now,
Crawford
and
stepping in as we're about
probably
ready to get things
should have
going.
notched one in the win column before then, but
Slow start.
slow start.
Slow start.
And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a cold strike one.
Where are we at in the giveaway? Are we at 3 o'clock yet?
3 more minutes.
3 more minutes.
3 minutes.
3 more minutes to type in Matty V one time.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in their knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Is there a list of umpire names? Yeah, we could give that away. I'll do that next week. We can
And a
give it away.
fastball is swung on and missed, and there
Aren't
is your
real.
first out of the
Not
contest.
real.
A
All
chance now
fictional.
for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. EK,
Holy
any thoughts?
shoot.
Well, I expect that Andre Ethier is going to come around pretty soon. He was only able to hit in the low 200s last month. A disappointing output for someone with his abilities. He knows he's better than that, so I expect him to play with a
Pretty cool
chip
there.
on
You
his
see, you're
shoulder.
struggling quite a bit, and you heard about it.
Talked about his last month's stats.
Line drive to center field. Trout is there now, and he has it, 2 gone. And with that, let's give you a look at the way the Angels match up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we get to watch one of the best fielding teams in the league. They can go out and get the ball as well as anybody in all of baseball. Makes pitching a lot easier.
Adrian Gonzalez
Commenting on the fact
gets
that
his
the Angels
first
have a great
opportunity
defense,
now
and
in the top of
that's
the
stat
first
driven
with
again.
nobody
If you
on.
look in the stats, they probably have a really great fielding percentage.
Richards
Maybe one of the
peers
tops in the
in.
league.
Here's the first pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0.
One of the great things about having a crosstown
Okay, so it's only
rival,
a matter of time.
as a visiting player, it's a lot like a home game. You're not dealing with hotels, airports, travel. You get to sleep in your own bed, stay in your routine. It's a big plus.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1.
100 new foul ball lines, so you're not going to hear the same foul ball lines anymore.
We recorded a ton of
And he
those.
comes
Part
back
of the
with a
new hit calls.
fastball, 1-2
We get a lot of
now.
foul balls in our
Pretty
game, just
clear
like
the
you'd see in
plan
real
is to
life.
keep
So we had to make
everything
sure we
away.
had a lot of
And
content
that's
to cover
smart
all of
for
that.
most guys, but
We were a
you
little-
got to know your
admittedly a little
scouting
thin in
report
that area
because this
in
is
the
a
past.
guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Smoked on the ground left side. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Actually, yeah,
He
we
was hoping for a quick
we
1-2-3
redid the
to
sound
start
of
the
that
night.
this year.
Now
All
he's
those
going to have a
stats
little
are
work to do with a runner.
Something else we
on
want to touch
dangerous
on,
cleanup hitter
you guys
coming
may
up.
notice, is the whole mix of the game up to this point was
Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
specifically filtered in a way to try to glue everything together using equalization techniques. Well, I think it was I think you and Kurt kind of realized that if we lifted that filter a little bit, the whole game became sharper, crisper. The lines sound cleaner. All of the sound effects are cleaner because everything's not just being filtered down. It sounds a lot crisper this year.
All right, the first giveaway is happening right now.
Winner, winner,
0-1
chicken dinner.
delivery.
That's consistent with how the
You're hearing some
strike zone
echoing
gets
coming from our
thrown.
mics in all likelihood.
That's a
Yeah, we're
strikeout.
trying to
Echo
listen
is
along
coming
with
from the
you.
mics because we're trying to
Umpires won't
listen
give you that pitch.
to the game phone before the stream. It's my fault.
Won't sat on him.
I sat on him.
By Simmons. On to Giovatello for the force, and that'll end the inning.
Fielded ball content there, taken in by Simmons.
It's the Dodgers nothing.
light.
Angels coming up.
These people are being blinded right now.
Thank you, Sir Bum. It did sound good, didn't it?
If you're getting a buffering, refresh your
We'll
stream.
take all the praise you guys want.
Refresh your stream, refresh your
He's
stream.
on the mound for game
Refresh
2.
if it's buffering, guys.
What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's got a pretty good strikeout to walk ratio, 3-to-1. We'll see if that holds true in this one.
Yes, you get a
Another
private
3-1.
message if you win.
Hey, he's
one
got
of the
3-1. What can he
prizes
do?
in the
Plate to lead
sweepstakes.
things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Gold gloves are tracked from year to year, and we do comment on gold glovers in the defensive alignment replies now.
To short.
So that stuff will be dynamic as well.
Comes
Did
up
you see
with
that?
it.
Somebody just said they
Throws in
kept
time,
my
and
dev
that's out
player
number one.
in their franchise and ended up being a Hall of Fame closer.
Wow.
Now to take a look at the starting
the cap.
nine.
You're welcome.
Shows
You're
the
welcome.
Angels.
That's
Steve, how did they
hilarious.
bounce back and avoid the
How do we
dreaded sweep?
determine who retires? I'm assuming you're talking about in franchise. We just looked at the average retirement age in real life, and it's an aggregate of that in the base in our game.
A crooked number up on this team early.
Sammy Vaccaro will stand in. He comes off an 0 for
Hello
4
from
in
England.
last night's
Thanks for
ball
watching.
game.
You know, guys, we all know that those kind of games are going to
Any chance we could get a different view
It's a
from the,
tough game out there, no matter
Not
who you
in-
are.
not in a
But the
CPU
crowd was
CPU?
able to put that day behind you
That's when
and
y'all
go out and
drop in.
focus on the next
Let's force some action. Let's have some fun here. Let's do no foul balls. Let's force some action. Let's get a
Bases are empty, one man out.
it's just some line drives.
get some line drives. Let's spice it up.
And
Actually,
they
gotta
won't
make
Got
get
those
a
strikes
swing.
out.
Let's make him
Time, and
swing.
it's
Let's
2-0
do all
now.
fastballs
he
down
didn't
the
even
middle.
have to think twice about that
And
one.
he's-
And now he's
he's
got a
gonna
good
swing and make
hitter's count
contact.
here, 2-0.
Hard liner toward short. And that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. Around. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a...
I'll tell you what, if you hit a ball that the shortstop jumps the way to the wall,
Yes, you can still create custom
this
hitting
is a
cameras.
rocket. It's going to zip
That
right
feature is
through the
still
alley and allow him to get into second base easily.
Remain there for so long.
not going anywhere.
Mike Trout
We all
will
use them
stand
too.
in for the first time now, and he'll do so as the fourth leading hitter in the American League.
Retirements
For me,
aren't
that's
broke.
really
They are based
impressive
on
for a
the
guy
average
his
retirement
age.
age for
It's
real
always
life
exciting to
MLB
see
players.
young
So
players
it's working as
blossoming into
intended.
stars right before your eyes.
No, the giveaways going on right now. How many giveaways have we done so far? I mean, sweepstakes have we run? 5. We have 5 more left. Make sure to check your inbox.
As I said earlier, stride is being worked on.
And he
We're
gets
going to
a
hope
hit
to
here
get in
with
the
the
game
fastball,
for
strike
day 1
one.
patch.
Well, this
Day
is the
one
kind of
patch.
situation
Hopefully.
where
Hopefully.
they came
No
up short
promises.
last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So
So I think you guys just
bet
saw
they'd
there,
love to
and
get something
you
going
guys
on the
hear it.
board
You know, they were
early
talking
here.
about how Trout's, you know, 4th in the league in batting average, and they were kind of referencing like where he is in his career. He's a young player, and he's a, you know, he's a star and
Off-speed
everything.
pitch in the
But,
dirt
you
as he
know, all
takes
that
it
kind of
for a
stuff.
ball.
Again, dynamic.
One out and a
Could have
runner
been, if
on
he was a
second base.
big time veteran, an older player, they would have been talking about that. Or if he was a rookie, they would have been talking about the fact that, you know, he's really come onto the scene strong and playing well as a
Hit
rookie.
hard
All
back
those
up
types
the
of
middle
things.
towards
You
second.
know, different
Kendrick is
situational
there.
stuff that
And the
you'll see
off-balance
evolve
throw beats him
throughout
at
your
first,
careers,
and
throughout
that's
your
a tough
franchises.
play.
That's what
And
we really
with a
wanted to
breather
come
here,
out in this,
look
with
at how
this
the
year's game in
Dodgers
terms of the
align
commentary. It was really the depth,
Brought
you
to
know,
us
the
by
changing,
Majestic.
Dodger has not jumped on board with all
Today's keyword is Matty
guys
V.
straight up. So
One
we'll
word.
see
You can
how
still
that
type it
impacts this
in.
game.
I think we have 5 more sweepstakes left to
CJ
run.
Cron
If you win, you will receive a private
1 for 4
message.
with a double in the ball game last night.
When you're hitting under
Will
200
True Blue be added to the Safeco field sign? Is that a brand? Is that like a real life brand? If it's a real life brand, we can't have it in there. Ah, and there's the home plate. There's a home plate umpire presentation.
Who is it this time?
Dave Matthews.
Dave Matthews.
0-1, here it comes. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot.
And remember, don't type in the keyword more than
You
once.
kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around.
Nice, so somebody won a digital deluxe edition.
Congrats.
Here in this inning. He's just
Nope.
trying to get
Nope,
himself
he's
back
lying.
into
Everybody be
the-
lying, man. Yo, people be lying.
Everybody's lying except for us. Everything we say in the stream
He
is
went for the
true.
knockout pitch that
We're not.
time, but a good eye. 1-2.
You guys.
That's the
Oh,
right
you guys
spot
won
for
last
that
time. That's
slider.
good.
Really try hard to
Thanks for
tie him
coming
up
back.
inside.
When is the development?
Trying to win twice.
2 outs here
So
with
somebody
runners at
asked, oh, echo. Somebody asked when the development tourney was, or is, when it's going to
third.
be.
2 balls and 2 strikes now.
If we can finish this game in the next couple days, maybe next Wednesday, maybe next Friday. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Where can we get that shirt Kirby's wearing? This is a developer-only shirt.
It says
You got to work on the game to get this joint.
Dev Team.
However, we are working
Justin
on some
Turner
shirts that we
makes his
hopefully
way to
will
the
be able
plate.
to sell.
He'll get
I
a
can't make
start
any
here in the
promises.
top of the second.
That process is really difficult.
we would love
We're
to.
still trying. It's been a year. We're still trying. It's just really, really, really hard.
We'd love to have some
Cold
merch.
strike. 0-1.
Look at Justin Turner. That beard.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
Won't be here for the
Some would
death
say
team.
he's showing
All of our
pace
sweepstakes
here,
start
late
at
first
2:50,
pitch. But
and
is
we
it
run them at
number
3
5
p.m.
here?
We give away the
I think you need to
keyword
make
at
something
2:50.
happen.
We start running the sweepstakes at 3 p.m. That's in every single live stream that we do.
Line drive to left. Gentry has to
Will
retreat a
Progressive
bit,
Field
but he gets
scoreboard be
there for
updated?
round
I
number
don't
1.
think so.
Well, that one looked like for all the world there was
I
a
just saw the
sure
new
single
pictures like
leading
2 days
off the
ago.
end.
I don't think it's
Certainly hit
going to
hard
look like
enough, but
that.
evidently it was hit a
I could
little
be
too
wrong.
hard as it winds up getting flagged down.
Is it difficult to make the shirt? Nope, it's not difficult to make the shirt. Getting the approvals. Because I got to get approval from PlayStation, I got to get approval from MLB, and I got to get approval from the MLB Players Association, and that's a very difficult process.
He sure did. He got an opportunity to play.
Oh yeah,
every
I
day.
mean,
Hit
there's
290.
tons of postseason specific commentary from, from talking about the game setup, what game in the series is it, what they got to do to push it to
How a guy's
to
done in
another
the
game,
series.
how a player is done in the series. Yeah, there's quite a bit of postseason specific content.
Absolutely. Here for route number 2.
All right, let's get a home run. See if we can get a shot.
Kike Hernandez will stand in as he'll get a break from playing the field and be the DH here in this one.
Let's get a
Yeah,
DH,
it's
some
nice
pop.
luxury to have here in an interleague ballgame. You give them a little bit of a break from the field, but you still keep that big.
All of the sweepstakes have been given out, all 10 prizes. So this should
Do
be a
stick
shot.
around because we got this game playing right now, and we also have something to show off at the very
At the very
end
end.
that
Let me run a
we're
little
excited
longer.
about showing
Oh,
you.
and this fastball is welted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run.
This is the new home run sequence, by the way. Quicker
So a
quicker
solo
rounding the
shot here to
bases, new
left center
sequence.
field, and the Dodgers strike
Tighter
first,
commentary
1-0.
because of it.
Oh, who's that? Dave
Who's that guy?
Roberts. Dave Roberts. And this new OSD here that's showing off distance, number of home runs. Again, we
That pitcher's got
we
to
know
be
that was a
thinking,
highly
how
requested
can I throw a
feature.
pitch
Do some
like
grounders.
that
Grounders?
in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go.
Hard grounders with max power.
That was a good example right there of some of the emotion animations we have in the game. That all happened in real time. Those are not canned scenes. Those are just replays of what actually happened on that play. Richards, if we went into replay,
Here's Howie Kendrick.
he did that in real time.
Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And that is through
See if we can get
into
a nice
center
little
field,
double
a
play
base
here.
hit.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back.
You skip the cutscene, will you still get a read on the distance for every home run?
Kind of just hoping
What's that?
the pitcher
If you
might
skip the home run
relax and
cutscene, will you
forget
still
about
get the
you for a
home run
minute.
distance?
Then you get that fastball middle in.
You can at times. You'll see the slide out from the score bar. That'll come out a lot of times, and you'll see that. So you'll see the distance on the score bar, and the slide out will say how many home runs the guy's hit.
In case it doesn't, and you want to see your distance, just don't skip the cutscene.
Oh, flashing the glove.
On the knee, he throws him out. A remarkable play there to retire the side.
All that was new. That was all new content right there. You know,
Second base.
trying to get that excitement out of mound, a big play like that, and then pretty good call right
I
there.
thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Cole Calhoun will stand in. He wasn't alone in wearing the
Again, so Mike and I,
game in which the team
this is our first year working on commentary. I used to be a game designer. Mike comes from a sound engineering, sound design background, but it's something. It's an area of the game that we really felt like we needed to step in and really work on. We need to make a really good emphasis on trying to just continue to progress the commentary and
Make it dynamic, make it exciting.
And we're really excited about what we've done this year, and also excited about some of the stuff we have planned going forward. Some of the steps we've taken towards things we want to do in the future, and I think there's a lot of good stuff coming this year and in the future.
Back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday.
Can we get developing mode? You wish.
No, we can't give you these. Can't give the secret sauce out.
Drilled to the left side and just past his outstretched
Franchise
glove
stream
to the
will be
left.
on Thursday. The franchise video blog, narrated by game designer Luis Martinez, will come out on Tuesday. And on Monday, there's a new GameStop Mondays video. I think y'all will really like that. A lot of content coming in the next couple weeks. And we still haven't talked about Battle Royale and Conquest. Tons of content.
Nope.
Runner goes for second. Hard hit toward the hole. And that's
Yeah, you can't choose your own presentation theme.
Yeah, we've set the presentation themes to specific teams. So as you go through the season, you'll see those evolve in terms of who the home team
No
is.
sense risking it if you're not sure. So even though he was in motion on
Let's see
the
if we can
pitch,
get a nice double play.
he's going to wind up holding on at second base. Hey, better to be safe.
Quick,
than
gotta
sorry.
be quick. Easy ground. Oh, easy ground.
Hopefully not too soft.
stepping in now, Johnny Giavotella, as he will swing at the first pitch and send a ground ball out to
Oh, that's
short.
fast.
Nice, that was
For
fast.
Gonzalez, and they get the double
was a
play
little
they
too
needed
fast.
to get him out of the inning. Angels strand one.
What a turn.
It remains 1-0.
Let's see. Who's up to bat? Crawford. I know we're gonna have Puig hit a home run.
Carl Crawford is
Too
into the
adrenaline.
box.
Home run derby,
Ball
new
set to begin
format
the third.
is in.
Oh yeah.
New rules, new format, new PA audio, home run distance bonuses, head-to-head, time-based, set the amount of time you want.
Weekly to the left.
Uh-oh.
News.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Handed by Escobar.
I don't think there's going to be a
It's
specific
there,
screen.
they got him.
That was a nice play right there. He called out the barehanded catch. He made a good play. It was a close play, and the result at first base was excited and impressed with the play.
You'll know if you want a sweepstakes because you will get a private message from our account.
Didn't get it. You might already win.
If you haven't got one,
In now is
I don't know,
Yasiel
it
Puig.
doesn't look good for your chances.
Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that
doubter.
swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run.
Would it be tasking to get
Solo home
the
run off
actual
the bat of
PA
Yasiel
announcers
Puig.
in every
And the
ballpark?
Dodgers moving
That
from
would
now
cost
2
so
to
much
6.
money, and the game
And
would
disk
never
space?
come out.
No.
And that would be the only thing in the game.
Yeah, you
because
could
they
get-
would take up all the disk space.
Yeah. I see that sometimes people say we should get all 30 MLB broadcasters for each team.
That costs.
You get one
That's not
line.
going to happen.
One line for
It's
each
not
guy.
going to happen on PS8.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not going to happen.
Here's Adrian now.
No, you can't do batting gloves on base. That was actually on the list. Lauren's actually sitting in here. We just couldn't get it in. We tried.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Giavotella onto the grass. 2 gone.
That was way up there.
That was a real high one.
Do the animations team and commentary team have close connections in the development of the game?
We work almost side by side.
Yeah, they like sit right next to each other.
We sit right next to each other. We talk to each other every day. It's one and the same.
And we do a lot of work to make sure that, okay, hey, we got new animations coming in, new gameplay animations, like a new type of throw, a new type of catch, something new. If it's worth commenting on, writing lines for, then of course we do that and make sure to tag those animations so that when those happen, we can comment on them. But we definitely work.
Let's jump in here.
Those guys a lot. Sure. Mike, you want to play? Or you want me to play? You want to
I'll
play?
take the Dodgers.
Okay.
Take the Dodgers. Did I turn off all the widgets?
I don't know. No, this is widgets.
Oh, I think I turned them off.
Wait, sorry.
Uh-oh,
That's widgets. You want to play, Mike?
You got it. I'll let you take it.
Okay.
Take the reins.
They've never seen you play before.
Well, then just let me take it then.
They've seen me
show
play.
them what's up.
I mean, they've seen.
Mike finna show them what's
I mean,
up.
they've seen me win the dev tournament.
Oh,
you know?
but-
Okay. Why you bringing up old stuff, Kirby?
Well, you're not going to be here for
I'm
this
not going to be here
series,
to defend my crown.
when are you
so
leaving?
Tonight.
That's unfortunate. Are we
I'm
ready?
going
Yeah,
on.
ready.
I'm going on assignment.
Yeah, let me set myself. too.
All-star. Damn. All right.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Oh, sorry, Mike. I'm getting excited.
I'm going to read my list here and see if we forgot anything. There's a lot of stuff, guys. A lot of stuff, and hopefully you guys will see a lot. You find a lot more stuff.
Touch on all that stuff.
Hopefully you guys will find some interesting things as you play this year through your seasons. Find some
I black
interesting
at night. No, I'm pretty sure that turns off
stuff.
at night. If the game started at a later time, like 7 p.m.
What happened here?
Uh-oh. Did we crash?
We're black.
Crash?
What did happen?
We're black screened.
Did we go into the make?
There it is.
That was interesting.
Zone.
Well, so I see people asking about brands that we don't have. It's not as simple as just throwing them in the game. You know, we have to talk to the MLB, we have to talk to the PA, and conversations need to be had and deals have to be done. That is about the only thing we can really say about it, but we try every year to add more brands than we did this year, and next year we'll try to add even more brands. But it is a work in progress. It's not easy. It took us, 10 plus years to finally get licensed equipment? It is not an easy process.
To start the home first.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. That's great for the
No,
pitcher.
Andrelton Simmons is on the Angels now. He got traded during the offseason. So he's on the Angels.
Nope. We stopped doing we stopped doing demos because we need that development time to ship a cleaner game. So it just makes the most sense for us.
And he falls behind 0-2.
And it has shown over the past, because we know how many bugs there are, that our games have been cleaner once we stopped doing it. So it was a good trade-off for
We'll
us.
do it again.
Make a contact swing.
One out, nobody on.
Trying to fight with the contact swing. Oh, come on, give me that call.
I'm buying that backdoor slider.
Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Well, you know, when you're
That's what I'm
playing
saying,
down
Matt.
like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit. Just look to put the ball in play.
Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Gentry is retired, 2 down now.
There you go. All new drop third strike content, back-to-back home run stuff. You ran through that list.
He'll try to follow
Yeah.
up the double in his last at-bat with another
Seeing some
big hit right
questions
here.
about
Great at bat last
That was
like
dangerous.
year after year, will you be hearing some
can see where
content
that one
referring to
landed.
last year's stuff? We do have lines referring to, hey, this guy won the Silver Slugger or the Gold Glove or the MVP, and those are dynamic now. In the past, those used to be only valid for the current year of the game. We are now doing those year to year. So you will hear, when a guy wins the Gold Glove, you'll hear commentary that speaks to that year after year. Somebody asked what my favorite team is. The Giants. Same with Mike.
Giants, baby.
But he goes to a lot of Padres games.
Got some love for the Padres.
He goes to a lot of Padres games.
No designated hitter in Diamond Dynasty.
He'll be followed in the order by Andre Ethier, waiting his turn on deck.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Fed it to you, too.
Got to stay away from that one.
Richards is ready. Here's the 0-1.
Those rocks are looking amazing. We agree. Thank you.
As is
Pass that on to our artists.
As is
graphics
Turner's
guys.
beard.
They've done an amazing job with some stuff this year. This looks really good.
Oh, that's a check swing, bro.
So he finds himself down 1-2 now.
And this is the final hitting view. We've changed fish eye one more time to make sure you could see the the runner on third base. So we bagged the camera up a little bit more. So this is what we'll ship. I probably drove Clayton crazy having all these camera exports 2 days before the game's got to be done.
We just saw a drop third strike. Mike mentioned earlier that we redesigned all the commentary for drop third strikes.
Because it happens quite a bit.
They happen a lot, and so we redesigned those to be a little bit more on time and concise, I guess is the best way to say it.
I thought I had that.
Moving under it.
No, all online games are still on Fast Play. Online, Exhibition, Diamond Dynasty, online franchise, it's still Fast Play. All Fast Play.
Bright Green Sports, I don't know what your question about being one game away from 500 when you're several over 500. I don't think that should be happening anymore.
Yeah. It was something we had to address this year, so I know what you're talking about. In terms of recent record discussion, and yeah, it was
Fixed?
Drop it. Drop it.
Consider it
Drop
addressed.
it. Drop it.
No way, man. Routine.
This one, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. They're up 2. Mike Trout ready to settle in here to start the Angels half of the inning. Matt Vasquez
Last inning,
joined
we'll
by
jump
Eric
into.
Karros and Steve Lyons
We'll show the
with you in this one.
Yankees. Do y'all gotta go? How much time y'all got? Y'all gotta go?
I got one.
You got all day? What about you?
No, I can
We got work
use
to
some
do.
more time.
We got some work to do, but
I'll finish this inning. Let you guys take over.
oh, you gonna get there?
Nope.
That's a
Gotta
triple.
play it off the
That's,
wall.
Oh, come on. A little bit of a bad break.
And now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
So there it was. You know, they mentioned I think it was Ethier, right, in the field. Ethier was going after it, couldn't get there, and the ball bounced over the wall. That's all new concept.
Yes, we do have second base celebration animations. We recorded quite a few of those. Is that right, Lauren?
We did a lot of second base celebrations.
Ah, skipped it. Sorry.
All good.
Trout, a good job
I
there.
checked it.
It happens.
16th double of the year.
Hey now.
This one gets away. Throw goes
Throw him
to
out.
third,
Come on!
and they
There we go.
Come
See ya.
on.
Man,
might
you
have broken a little
lobbed it
late
down
as
there,
that
too.
one got away. That's a
You were
tough
toast.
pill to swallow. One gone. And they'll come back with one in the dirt as the
Fake
count
Corey
moves to
Seager
2-1
Twitter
now. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at
Helmet
2-2.
rubs. Indeed, yes. Cubs.
That was in
late
the
with
zone?
the swing, but he stays
That was in
alive.
the
Still
game.
2-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time.
New pitch setup line.
Line towards center field.
That's something I don't know if we touched on, but we got a lot of player-specific pitch setup lines.
Yeah, so Kershaw, the 1-1.
Yeah, Kershaw already becomes the 1-1.
Yeah, all kinds of different
That way
players.
you don't just get, here's the pitch. And we try to mix that up quite a bit.
Yep, a lot of variety in that area. We also have new pitch setup lines that speak to the situation. So if you're, let's say, it's a big moment late in the game, and a guy's trying to hold on to a shutout, you might hear, trying to hold on to the shutout. Here's the 1-0, or
Looking
at,
to
needs a strikeout
down
here.
to their final pitch.
Yeah, exactly. Looking for the shutout. Like a lot of those kind of anticipatory pre-pitch.
Somebody's got a new swing.
Pre-pitch commentary. Do you believe commentary will just continue to grow? For example, you said there were thousands of lines for foul balls. Yeah, we're always continuing to grow, and something we emphasize this year, and we always emphasize is, hey, where are we weak? Where do we need more content? Where do we need more variety? Of course, we need to also look back at what we have. There are times, and we did a ton of that this year, where, hey, we've got a lot of content, but it's time for it to be refreshed. It's time for it to be new, and let's look at how we can improve what we have, and what works, what doesn't. Let's go back and get some new ones. So
Yeah, just to clarify, I don't think
improve.
we said we had 1,000 lines for
Foul
foul balls specifically.
Yeah.
But there's a lot, and I think we did record over 100 new specific foul ball lines.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know about 1,000.
Over towards the dugout.
But yes, we're always
honest with
growing.
Yeah, Anthony Rizzo has a custom home run swing.
And there he goes towards second.
A lot of guys do. We have about
50.
50 new ones?
50 new ones.
50 new
Football in
ones
the
in
zone,
addition
Ramon.
to however many we had before, which was a lot.
We got to be over
done a
200
lot-
now.
we've done a lot of
We
work.
add at least 50 a year, right, Lauren?
And I think that might have been a little bit of
Did
a
he go
risk
thumbs up? I
right
can't.
there,
I think
up
Lauren's-
in the zone.
Lauren's tweeting
Now I
back
think
there.
he's going to come back down with something to try to get that
Got him! Oh, that was terrible.
Oh, yeah.
That was terrible.
Shouldn't have swung at any of those.
Lauren's
nope.
getting his fantasy
You wanna jump
baseball-
to-
he's doing his fantasy
jump to the
baseball
Yankees?
draft,
Jump to the Yankees.
Research.
I guess I promised. Oh, we were going to show the Yankees.
Kirby, I'm gonna let you take over.
Are we allowed to comment on the MLB Network signs in the stadiums?
Beyond in this one. He's
We have MLB Network signs in the stadiums.
They're there.
There, yeah,
They've been,
signs.
they've been approved. Just like we have all kinds of different MLB entity signs. You know, getting Harper's hair.
It is.
I don't know.
No.
See?
I know exactly what it does matter.
What's happening here?
I just picked
Oh, me and Ramon both changed our.
different.
Whatever. Do we want to show off the?
We're gonna
finale, or are you
end.
gonna
We're
do
gonna
something?
end that. We're gonna show the
End
Yankees.
on that, walk off on
Oh, you're
that.
gonna show the Yankees.
Show the Yankees because I guess I promised we show the Yankees.
Ramon promised the Yankees. All right, we'll show the Yankees.
That's what they say. You know,
As if they got.
I've been told.
As if they got like new uniforms or something, an organization, like it's an organization that changes, you know, like new players, what Castro, a couple guys.
Chapman?
Chapman, good point. But we'll show the Yankees.
Yeah, the new Wrigley Field scoreboard at the end.
Why not?
You missed out on the sweepstakes. You got to show up, man. They happen at the same time every stream.
about set for baseball now.
All right, there's Yankee Stadium, and that's it. That's it.
Exit.
No, I ain't gonna do that. I'll bat for it. Oh, you can see a lot of the new work here done with the lighting.
Absolutely, that dirt looks really nice. Definitely a lot more noticeable than it has been.
It's not flat. It
looks great.
Looks like it has real texture.
It's
now.
really good.
It's really good.
Scorched to third.
Actually, I'm gonna go on the replay to show off some of that.
And there's out number one.
No, Patrick's been working.
Do some fly cam work.
Everybody's been working on it.
We do have one last thing to show you, just for fun, at the end of all this. Stick around. It's a
It'll be worth it.
presentation thing.
Some of you have been asking for.
It's cool. It's a little ode to last year.
Come on, I can't see it off.
Will there be random weather? Yes, the weather will be randomized. Of course, there's logic
What you
behind
focusing
it.
on, Ramon?
In season
A little bit
modes.
of everything.
So in Road to the Show, franchise season, you will be seeing weather that's randomized, and of course it's based on region and time of year and all that type of stuff. But there will be weather that changes. Different days will have different weather.
I know what I want to see or what I
Of
want
course,
to
that
show.
plays into
but
closed roofs as well.
I can't see it on this TV. I don't think I can see it on this TV. I can't see it because of the shadows. I can't talk about it if I can't see it. All right, let's do some TV magic. I'm gonna do one more at bat, then we're gonna skip, and hopefully we can show it off.
Pineda sets his sights. Here's the 1-2. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. Here's a ball
Pop
skied
up.
in the air near the line, back behind first. Teixeira backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
So apparently, here's what happened with the promise for the Yankees. Apparently, you said you wouldn't be showing the Yankees But Luis promised we'd show the Yankees.
Oh, it's Luis.
But you were
who
sitting
did.
next to him, so you're associated with that. So here we are.
Oh, you can see the lighting.
It's Luis's fault.
It's Luis's fault.
I'm sure he would have shown you the Yankees during the franchise stream at some
So now he
point.
doesn't have to.
No, now he can show you.
Now he can show you
anybody.
somebody else. I think I can show it now. Phillies?
He'll just he'll show you all AAA teams.
Left-handed here. But just a better
The Biscuits. We're going to show you
The Hartford Yard
The
Goats.
Yard Goats.
Hartford
It's all about
Yard
the Yard
Goats.
Goats.
Yeah. Yes, the audio has been updated for the Hartford Yard Goats.
Yes, that's it in first 16.
Lots of work
Great
has been
name.
done. Lots of work. Lots of work.
Is this that new lighting you were talking about? How it's like the kind of the reflective light?
Yeah, I can't
Yeah, it looks
because
really
of
good.
the light in here. I can't see.
Yeah.
I can't see if it's there.
We can just see our reflection.
I can only see my reflection, so I don't want to comment
Here,
on
sit
something
where I am
if
because
I
I can't see
it.
myself. I'm doing a little duck walk in front of the camera.
Duck
here.
walk in front of the
Duck
camera.
walk. Quack quack.
Did the stream drop?
Uh oh.
Did we lose the stream?
Hello.
We're good?
We're still.
Not before the grand finale.
Ah, so here's a good.
That looks great.
Here's a good. So what you can see here is we actually are reflecting the world. If you look in the parts that aren't in shadow, you can actually see the world. This is a really good way to show off all
super
of the
high
work.
res wall there. It looks really good.
PBR.
Is that
That
advertising approved?
is. I
That
mean,
brand? Is
It
that
better
brand-
be.
that brand's approved?
I'm hoping
Okay.
we can. It better be.
Okay, just checking. Don't want to get fined.
Yes, lots of work has gone in. Lots of work been done. All right, is that it? Is that it, guys? Are
I
we
think
gonna-
that about covers
For
it.
now,
So it's
we,
good.
we appreciate you guys watching, and you know,
much.
again, we're working really hard on this and commentary, and we're excited about it. We hope you guys enjoy the game this year, enjoy the commentary. You know, of course, feedback always appreciated.
Monday, new GameStop Monday on Monday. There will be a franchise video blog on Tuesday, and then Luis will be back for the franchise stream on Thursday.
This is high and away there. It's full.
Should I pause the game so we can get ready to walk off?
The walk off.
The walk off.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Going to end the stream.
Here it is.
There it is. Thank you, guys.
Jose Bautista will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run.
Let's see this replay, son.
Oh, it's
So
coming.
a 3-run blast.
Let's see the replay.
He's got to take his time getting around the bases. He's living in the
As they
moment.
will take the lead here. It's now a 5-4 ball game.
14 feet.
Well, when you give up a clutch homer like that this late in the game, that gives the other team a lead.
Whoop.
Get out of here, Bat.
Get out of here. That's all
We
we
out
get.
this piece.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks as always.